We're super excited about this edition of All Time 10s because we are both massive science geeks.
Yeah, National Geographic Channel asked us to work with them because they've developed an amazing new series with GE called Breakthrough, and it's all about the most mind-blowing, bleeding-edge scientific innovations happening as we speak, Dave.
So John and I have put together our 10 favourite scientific breakthroughs that are going to change your life.
Enjoy.
10. Exosuits. Designed to help soldiers in combat by allowing them to carry loads of almost 200 pounds at 10 miles an hour, the hydraulic-powered Hulk exoskeleton has been around since 2000, and it has enough power for 4-day missions. The US military is also developing Talos, dubbed the Iron Man suit, which it hopes will be bulletproof, monitor soldiers' health and give them super strength. It's slated for a 2018 release. But it's not just the military that can benefit from exosuits. The Rewalk is giving paraplegics the chance to walk again, while the Power Loader can lift over 220 pounds with its giant pincers and has been used to clear up disaster zones such as Fukushima. 9. Suspended animation. In 2014, researchers at a Pennsylvania hospital devised a way to effectively put someone into suspended animation. Tested on patients with life-threatening injuries, their bodies had all the blood drained and replaced with a cold saline solution. The body temperature reaches 50 degrees Fahrenheit and almost all cellular activity stops. There's no blood, no breathing, and no brain activity. They are effectively dead, giving doctors more time to treat injuries. Once surgery is finished, blood is fed back into the body, warmed, and the heart is restarted. Despite the procedure's infancy, patients can already be kept in suspended animation for several hours. 8. Synthetic foods. Costing over $300,000, the world's first lab-grown burger was produced in 2013 and tasted close to meat, but not that juicy. Created from stem cells, the burger consisted of 20,000 thin strands of muscle tissue. While $300,000 is a lot for one burger, the costs of lab-grown beef could be just $9.10 if mass-produced. Indeed, one piece of muscle can go on to produce 22,000 pounds of meat, according to the team responsible. Expected to be commercially viable within the next decade, lab-grown beef would be less environmentally damaging to produce, free up food supplies normally fed to cows, and reduce the slaughter of animals. 7. 3D printing. 3D printers have the potential to revolutionize medicine, housing, and even space exploration. Replacement jaws, hips, and backbones have already been printed and used in surgeries. One woman even had a replacement skull implanted into her head. Within a decade, it will be possible to print a whole heart using the patient's own cells for use in transplants. 3D printers could also offer an exceptionally quick and fast method of building housing. Chinese company Winsun created 10 homes in a single day in 2014. This could not only provide affordable housing, but also relief in disaster zones, such as the areas hit by Hurricane Katrina. NASA hopes to use the technology too, in order to print a variety of foods, thus enabling long-haul space missions. 6. Artificial life forms. Geneticist Craig Venter spent 15 years and $40 million to create the world's first synthetic cell. Using chemicals to assemble 1.1 million letters of genetic code, the team built a bacterial genome from scratch, and Venter has speculated that bacteria could be created which absorb carbon dioxide, produce biofuel, or even vaccines. In 2014, biotech company Synthorax went one step further by expanding the genetic code of life. Instead of the 4 chemical bases of DNA that make up all known living organisms, Synthorax added 2 more. The company has reportedly already created a new form of E. coli never seen before and hopes their synthetic life forms will improve medicine. 5. Super photosynthesis. More than 40% of the world relies on rice and wheat for food. But by the time the human population reaches 10 billion in 2050, the Earth will be 394 million tons of rice short to feed everyone. However, the C4 photosynthesis process captures CO2 and concentrates it in special cells inside plants' leaves. Early tests have shown this can increase the yields of these crucial crops by 50%. According to MIT, this genetic advancement should be available in the next 10 to 15 years, in time to save millions of lives. 4. Gene editing. In 2015, Chinese scientists genetically modified human embryos for the first time in history. Researchers used 86 embryos, successfully editing out a gene which causes a fatal blood disorder in 28 of them. However, they also caused unintended mutations. Altering embryos is largely illegal and highly controversial, but gene editing could help to prevent more than 10,000 diseases caused by flaws in DNA, potentially saving millions of lives. It could be used on adults as well, for example by making them immune to HIV by modifying their blood cells to give them natural protection. 3. Artificial energy. Physicists at the National Ignition Facility are building a mini-star in the hope that it will produce clean energy via nuclear fusion. Almost unlimited energy should be created when 192 powerful lasers are fired onto a ball of frozen hydrogen around the size of a grain of sand. If the blast is controlled and they hit their small target perfectly, this will start a chain reaction and the hydrogen ball should ignite into a small, energy-spewing star. The experiment has cost $3.5 billion so far, but in 2013, for the first time, the hydrogen fuel gave off more energy than it took in. 2. Cybernetic immortality. A 32-year-old Russian millionaire, Dmitry Itskov, has offered people the opportunity of immortality through his holographic 2045 initiative, which plans to load low-cost avatars with the contents of a human brain, consciousness, and personality. The Avatar project is described as a 4-part attack against death, with the first milestone being the creation of a robot that is controlled by the brain, aimed to be completed by 2020. The final milestone will be a holographic avatar with an artificial brain loaded with the personality and intelligence of a person whose human life has ended. 1. The hive mind. In 2014, scientists used the internet to connect the brains of human subjects in India and France. One thought of the word hello, while the other perceived the information as flashes of light in their peripheral vision, which was translated back into the greeting. Brain-to-brain communication had arrived. Similar experiments have seen a man control a rat's tail, while another allowed a person to move someone else's hand. Experts speculate that in the future, this could lead to the death of human language, as we'll communicate directly with our brains and share knowledge, skills, and training. In essence, creating a telepathic hive mind.
That was a little glimpse into the future, but if you want to see the extent of these incredible scientific breakthroughs that are happening right now, then you need to click here and see the breakthrough trailer.
Click it. And of course, you have to check out these 6 amazing documentaries when they come out on the National Geographic channel. Yep. The Breakthrough Series premiere is November 1st at 9, 8 Central, and it's really cool, so don't miss it. Cheers, guys.
Peace.